Hello, hello, welcome back. I feel a little bit like a puffball today because it felt like -14 when I woke up. It was 7 degrees. It's very cold today, which has been so fun. But that's horses, so we're out working in it. Everyone still needs to eat. Anyways, I have some fun updates on Doppler today. And I also got a request to go over what I feed him and what supplements I'm giving him right now. So I'm going to go over that today, but I have some lovely morning chores to do first because it's so cold. So we're going to do some chores, and then I will give you a fun weekly update on Doppler. The vet came out for him this week, and he's getting new shoes today, which I'm super excited about. And I want to definitely talk about his grain and supplements today as well. So we'll go from there. This is called hovering inside the warm barn while you fill the water tank because it's so cold outside. Gotta avoid that wind somehow. The wind chill is always what gets me. It's not even the cold. I'm sure everyone says that, but it's really just the wind. Anyways, gotta throw some hay down. Thank goodness for these red and goat suits, because I don't think I would survive without them. I was just talking to my trainer Allie today about how I get sore from like trying to do things with so many layers on. Anyways, that's always so fun. Feel a little bit like an Oompa Loompa. Whatever. Obviously, when it's in single digits here, I feed extra hay, extra blankets get put on, everybody gets warm mashes and electrolytes. And that usually makes sure that everybody stays happy, healthy, and warm during any cold weather. We're also supposed to get snow on Monday, so it's Saturday. So I'm kind of just trying to do things to prepare for that now to make life easier. So I usually make stacks of hay near the paddocks, stuff like that, just to make life a little bit easier. Unfortunately, I don't think I can stack it any higher than that because these are really heavy, high quality bales. So I think I'm just gonna have to make a couple trips. I'm a little bit wimpy sometimes. So then I make a couple big piles of hay. Cute boy's coming to say hi. He's so cute. Hi. Hey, buddy. What do you think of the camera? Oh, she's just so cute. He's such a love. Such a love. Hi. Such a cute boy. Hey guys. So now I'll make quite a few piles like this around the paddocks, that way if the snow gets really deep and we have to wait to shovel and plow it out, we can trudge out and we have a quick access to hay. Okay, so before I get Doppler out and we talk a little bit about him and what he's been up to this week with the vet, and before he gets new shoes today, and a beamer session, and hopefully some stretching before we jump tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit briefly about what I feed him and what supplements he's getting right now, and what supplements I'm also considering trying for him. Now, if anyone has specific questions about what we feed other horses and their supplements, obviously feel free to ask. However, I'm just going to focus on Doppler today. I will start by saying, though, that all of our horses try to be on as much of a more forage-based diet, and we try to feed as little grain as possible. So with that being said, most of our horses are getting beet pulp meals and with balancer and fat supplements and as little grain as possible. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try. So, for starters, Doppler starts out with a beet pulp meal. So I feed him a couple pounds of this a day, split into different meals, and obviously these shreds are soaked. This is great to add into their diet. It's just a more natural source of adding food into their diet. It's very inexpensive. It's like great for their digestive system, good fiber. We feed beet pulp shreds because they soak very quickly, and we also feed beet pulp shreds with no molasses. I haven't had any horses specifically that won't eat it, even if it's just mixed with something. I haven't had any horses that won't eat it at all, really. Some of them don't love it, but if you just mix it with their food. So he's getting that, and then he is also getting, these are our grains. So what we feed, we've chosen a Legends Carb Care Balancer pellet, which we feel like is a great balancer pellet, and then we've chosen Triple Crown Senior Gold, mostly because it's great bang for your buck. Not only is it a high quality feed with a great name brand that we believe they really back their product, but it also has a really high fat content, so you can feed very little of it. So Doppler's getting 2 pounds of balancer pellet a day and 2 pounds of the Triple Crown Senior Gold a day. That's obviously split into 2 meals, and then he's also getting alfalfa pellets as well. So the beet pulp and alfalfa pellets are hopefully subbing in so that we can feed less grain, and he seems really happy on the diet, and he looks pretty good right now. As for supplements, right now the only supplements that Doppler is on is a vitamin E supplement, and he's on the ReLyne GI, which so far I'm really happy with. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I'll show you guys both of those. I have thought about adding in a hoof supplement, and my vet yesterday recommended triaminos, which I'm going to look into, but so far he's only on those 2 supplements. So the vitamin E supplement I feed is Elevate. And this is the ReLyne GI. From everything that we have looked into, the ReLyne GI is a great product. So far, I'm really happy with it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. If you have any questions or you want to talk about any other horses' diets, feel free to comment below. So my farrier showed up at this point, and and I'm very uncomfortable talking to the camera in front of people, as you guys may be aware at this point. So unfortunately today we're going to wrap up the vlog at home in my office. I'm going to give you guys my Doppler updates from home today, and I apologize, I try not to do that, but it was the end of the week, and between the dentist, the farrier, and the vet, the last couple of days of the week, we're just gonna have to talk about Doppler from home today. So Doppler got new shoes this week, which wasn't really a big update, but he did get new shoes this week. And then I also had the vet out on Friday for Doppler to scope him. To backtrack a little bit and take you down the ulcer rabbit hole with me, when I got Doppler 3 months ago exactly now, he just seemed a little ulcery, and my trainer and I always start horses on some ulcer guard throughout the traveling process and the settling into the new home process. We always support our horses with a little bit of ulcer guard, knowing that it's a very stressful period. They may not be eating normally, just giving them the benefit of the doubt, and trying to support their tummies throughout those types of situations. So when I got Doppler 3 months ago, he already seemed ulcery. So we actually ended up treating him a little bit longer than we might treat other horses, and he got a whole month of ulcer guard treatment when he came to us. So that started with before traveling to our barn, and then we started with a full tube, which tapered to a half a tube, and then tapered to a quarter tube for the remainder of the month. So he got plenty of good ulcer treatment in that aspect. And then from there, I would say for probably a month and a half, he seemed really good. So he seemed super happy and comfortable. He had settled in really well. A couple weeks ago, I had noticed that he started to get really girthy. Really no other ulcer symptoms like he had shown before. And there were 2 ways that I wanted to investigate that. Obviously, 1, consult my vet. And 2, I was very concerned about girths in general, as I have started to do some research into I feel like this is more of a problem with monoflap girths, but I could be wrong. But anyways, just, you know, a lot of us tend to see things like shoulder relief girth and think that sounds great, but the specific shoulder relief girth that we have in the barn right now doesn't fit all of our horses very well. It's kind of designed for horses with a specific body, and Doppler is not one of those. So I noticed right away that the girth was a high concern for me, because if you look at the girth on his belly, you can see that it doesn't sit flat and flush with his tummy. It actually sits at an angle and causes a pressure point on one side of the girth, which obviously to me, I'm like, oh, that looks really uncomfortable. We're gonna have to find something else. So I'm still working on investigating that problem, and I've done some research. Right now, currently, I'm waiting on a backordered girth from Tapestry Equine Products. I'm hoping that will make him really comfortable. In the meantime, I'm trying a Mi'kmaq girth, and he does seem to like that much better. So I'll keep you guys posted on what I end up going with, but that's the first piece of the puzzle. So the other piece of the puzzle was the ulcers. And obviously my vet wanted to scope. She was like, listen, I think what you did was great. However, I think we need to scope and get an idea of where he's at, and just try to make sure that we are treating all of the ulcers that he could have, because there's 3 types of ulcers: glandular, non-glandular ulcers, and hindgut ulcers. So she wanted to make sure he didn't have any of the other ones that the omeprazole paste wouldn't have treated. And the other thing that she was concerned about was just the severity of ulcers. Like, unless we scope and we see what we're dealing with, we don't know how long he needs treatment for, even if omeprazole is an adequate thing to use. So, sorry, this is a long story down the rabbit hole with me. I apologize. So the vet came and we took all of these lovely pictures. Anyways, I'm not gonna really stay on that for very long. So we scoped him. The good news is that the month of ulcer guard paste, the omeprazole paste, worked very well, and he has no defined ulcers anymore. There was one small area of mild irritation in his stomach, which the vet felt like that was probably where there may have been ulcers, but the ulcer guard treated and he was healing from that. So that was really good news. He has no ulcers, no defined ulcers that need treatment. He has no hindgut ulcers, and which you have to look at with ultrasound. Some more fun money to spend. So that was all really good news. So Doppler's going to go on a couple weeks of sulcrafate just to buffer his stomach as we just make sure we try to finish healing since there was still a little bit of mild irritation. And then he's going to stay on the ReLyne GI. That definitely seems to be helping his stomach as well, which I'm very happy with. Right now I'm going to keep him on that product and see how things go. The downside to this is I do think that the girth is a problem, which luckily I'm already investigating, and we're going to have to try to get that situation figured out. Overall, I think that was all good diagnostic work to do, and I'm still very pleased with the answers that we got, even though it wasn't what I was expecting. I expected to see ulcers. So we're just kind of going to go from there. I'm going to play with Girth some more and see how he feels after the sulcrafate, and I'll keep you guys posted as things go. But I think that pretty much wraps up the vlog for today. And if you guys have any questions about all of that, make sure you comment below, and I'll try to answer to the best of my knowledge any questions you guys have about ulcer related things. I'm by no means an expert, but those are the things that I know and I've been investigating. So I think that's pretty much all of the update I have for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay. Oh dear.
Make sure to like and subscribe and press the bell button.
Do you want to run the vlog?
Am I doing it right?